said the hip hop, the hip to the hip hip. Hop it, you don't stop. The rock it to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie.
Welcome back. So I'll let you know, this video has been sponsored by those guys right there. Yes, some big sponsors on this one. Oh, what are we going to look at? We're going to look at Lampshade Double India Pale Ale from Bell's. They are located in Cumspot, Michigan. And this one weighs in at a hefty 9%. It says, we cleaned out Mom's attic and found these pictures of Uncle Rick and Aunt Linda. All we can say is, wow, we had no idea. Yeah, they were just like regular party animals. I'm going to use one of my favorite openers that Bulwark 1911 got me. Oh, and I don't know why, but there's a Polaroid. Any of you even remember? Actually, I'm sure a bunch of you do, because we do have we have a diverse audience. It looks something like this. Okay, it's beer looking. Definitely has a tropical fruitiness, and cheers. Definitely a tropical fruitiness. A little heavier on the mouthfeel. On the first sip, I'm not hating it. I don't know where we stand as far as comments go. Oh, yeah, I'm just kind of joking. I actually did get something in today. This was a hookup thanks to Gunwild. This is the Ode Pro KL52 Plus. I did watch Jeff's review on this, and I have said to myself, you know, this is actually the first light that I've had that had the color options, and this one comes with red, green, infrared, and white. And being that I'm not really the hunting type, I know you can use what green is good for tracking blood. Some animals, like deer, I know some of these fun facts that I don't even know why I know. A deer can actually see infrared. I did open it up and play with it. Obviously, I have it mounted over there. But hypothetically speaking, if Eric was to actually take the opportunity to do anything, oh my God! Oh, is it my car insurance again? Oh, California must be. I didn't get to it in time. I legitimately was trying. I don't know if I got all my rings down here. Yeah, it's a California number. Oh well. If I was actually to do some hunting, of course, it's not that trust me, I'm not a PETA person. I mean, if someone can use the meat, oh hell yeah, I will go hunting with them. I'm also a pussy, and I've tried to have this conversation with Matt, and he just doesn't seem to get it. I do not enjoy sitting outside, regardless if I have a gun in my hand or 15 Hooters chicks. Okay, I might make an exception for that. If it's frickin' ice cold, no, I'm sorry. That's just not me. I'm not engaged enough into the whole hunting thing to freeze my ass off. And then once it's shot, there's just no part of that whole thing. Friend of mine, ex-friend of mine, is a douchebag now. Used to, have like, I'd be his garage was like our central location where we, you know, did the service on vehicles and stuff like that. And you get over there and it's just like, oh God, it just reeks in here. You got two deer hanging up in your, yeah, there's nothing, there's absolutely nothing that I like about that end of hunting. If you think it's all cool, you're going to get out your knife and cut that thing all up in the woods, more power to you. But evidently I'll never be a serial killer that cuts people up. The kit's pretty thorough. It comes with the lighting modulars here. You just simply unscrew the big assembly off of the end of it and just swap out the lights, thread one in, thread out the other. It came with a couple different options for mounting. I guess you could just screw this. It's got a Picatinny rail on it, and screw this directly to a barrel if you wanted to. That kind of scares me a little. I'd respect my shit more than just clamping it on. Now they do have the plastic one that, like in this case, in theory, I could have clamped this to the tube of the scope, or to the feeder tube of, say, the Mossberg 500 here, and that gives you a light up. See, that's the other thing in Minnesota. I don't know if there's ever a scenario. Like, again, I'm not a hunter, so if you are and you're in Minnesota and you're hearing me say this, then fine. Then you can leave it a comment below of what I could hunt. But like deer hunting, for instance, you cannot take a shot until first sun up, and when the sun starts to go down, you better start heading your ass out of the woods. So it comes with 2 batteries, a 2-slot battery charger, a lanyard, and a remote pressure switch that you can use on it. And I've gone that whole gamut. I've got probably, I don't know how many pressure switches laying around here for I don't know how many different companies' lights, and even similar lights, like Brynite. You can't use the one for the PT-18 on the PT-28. It works, it just doesn't work like it's supposed to. It doesn't give you the same functionality if it's on the right one. So I thought this was pretty good. You're looking at like $119. It's very bright. It has low, medium, high, and it has SOS, and it has strobe. And that feature works. I think that feature will only work in the white. I know it doesn't work. Like right now, I have the green guy in here, and it's a focusable, so you can see. Yeah, I don't really care. It's a fucking infomercial. I like it, and it really doesn't matter. I've been very truthful with this company. They've passed me by on sending me some other stuff, but that was okay. I mean, I couldn't fulfill what they wanted because I didn't hunt a particular way, but they've been really nice, and like I said, I appreciate Gunwild for hooking me up with them. But you can dial this thing all the way down to where you can actually see the square LED emitter, or it'll focus out to the point where you're like lighting up a block in front of you. And like I said, I have the green guy in there right now, Captain Obvious. And I was just thinking to myself, okay, what if I actually was, you know, I for some weird reason my economic thing changed. I was also able to get some time off because, like, when you work for yourself and you're a crew of like 2 people, one down really changes the dynamics of the working ability. But let's just say I got the opportunity to rendezvous with Big Jeff down in Texas, and maybe we were meeting up with David Tanz, and we could do some hog hunting. It was like, what would be like the perfect setup? And I know, yes, I'm smart enough. I can do shit. do a Google search to find out what the recommended thing is, and like one site listed like 14 different things, all the way from a 22 long rifle revolver, which I thought for hog hunting that was a little light. I wouldn't want to bet the farm on me stopping that, especially if it's coming at me pissed off. But yeah, everything from 5.6, 300 blackout, and a lot of bigger stuff in there. A bunch of guns that were actually just called hog guns, chambered in 338, 300 Win Mag, 30-06. There was a Marlin carbine cowboy gun chambered in 44, and I've never done it, so it's like, I looked at some of these guns, and some of them look like they were fairly heavy, like people just got in a blind somewhere or sitting in the back of a truck, and maybe you're not out walking around. And then some of them, like the 300 Blackout ARs, they looked a little bit smaller, where maybe you're moving around. So that's why I was thinking, for me, I thought the ultimate setup here was the 24-inch AR-10 chambered in 308. Then I started thinking, well, maybe the more ideal gun, this has got a 4 to, I don't remember what this even goes up to, 4 to 18 or whatever. It's the M308 from Nikon. Then I was thinking maybe 308 and something a little bit smaller, a little bit lighter. Again, for the sake of the trip, I could take this stock off and go with the Mission First, which weighs a little bit less. Or I think I might even have a Mission First in gray. Again, I don't think the fucking hog's gonna care that I wasn't color matching, like Christine would say. But like this guy would be set up so that I could mount the. I'd have to do some stuff on this one. I do not have a mount that allows me to mount on the top of this rail and have it off to the side. Now, if I was, God, if I was going with this setup and I knew I wasn't going to need a bipod, I could easily put the light right on the bottom of this guy. These are they're Midwest Industry rails, and they seem to like to govern what you can put on here and what you cannot put on here. This does not take an M-lock, and this does not take a key mod. It takes like their own frickin' shit, and I did not have another one on here. If I want, like, again, I want to leave this here just in case it's needed for a bipod, and again, the flashlight would work in that location. I would just need to do some modifying if I wanted to be able to run both at the same time on this. Then I started thinking, hey, I know that my opinion on something in particular has evidently rattled the cage, and all of a sudden, I don't. My opinion on a particular firearm, I never thought would be somehow a friendship altering thing, but so be it. I am who I am. Then I thought, wouldn't this possibly be the ultimate in hog hunting love? That's right. 10mm with the 40-watt spread. Hell, I still have the stupid piece of shit Olight in there, and I've got the green laser. It's the Wazer, and right now I basically have it set up for like a 25 yard the laser. When I aim out the window at the neighbor's house, about 25 yards away, I'm getting the green dot perfectly over the they call it the starburst reticle on this. Zoomed all the way out. This thing is a 1 to 4 power, And when you're looking at it on the 1 power, you're basically it's like the same as my EOTech. It has more real estate than my EOTech. Definitely a lot easier to see through it quickly than the Vortex on that guy. So now I've got a regular flashlight, which I'm always ready to go with white, and then the laser. And then the 1 to 4 power with a lit reticle, and then my hunting green on top of all that. And we're still pushing. They're still pushing 180. You know, maybe I'd have Michael make me up. I have them somewhere, but I never marked them, so I'd have to go hunting for them. No pun intended. For my 200 grain ones that I had them load me up some 200 grain and bring them right up to the top of the juice level. But now you're talking about 16 rounds, actually, sorry, 33 rounds plus another 15 rounds at your disposal. So, I don't know. You guys that have gone hog hunting, what do you think about basically having a 10mm pistol all set up so that I could go distance, I could go close, I got the laser, got a regular flashlight, and then I have whatever color pill I've got in this guy. So, I'm not going for ridiculous. Originally, when I put this thing on here, I kind of was going for ridiculous, but the more I thought about it, the more user-friendly it was. Yeah, whatever the mount. I mean, I'd still have a red dot or something on here. If this wasn't on here, I'd probably put that Sig Romeo that I got. Otherwise, with this, I just see this is more versatile, and it could not have. If there was a ounce of questioning Eric's motives when I handed this to 4 different people out at the range and just asked if you think it's ridiculous or you think it's simply a range toy, I'm a big boy. Just hit me up with it. But at least give it the benefit of the doubt. I want you to shoot. I want you to engage the target at 25 yards, 50 yards, 75 yards, and at 100. And you don't have to change anything. I mean, basically leaving this on 1 power, this was still a straight shot at 100 yards. There was, you know, I had, what was it, Mr. 27? I think you asked me before I actually got out to the range with this, how much of an arc I was going to have to use to get a 10mm round of 100 yards. 0. Straight shot. Just put this on target, 25, 50. I mean, the video speaks for itself, like when both me and Christopher are shooting it. It's just ting 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 ting. So, hog hunting. Yeah, well, I'll get on a review on that. Especially now. My first problem was I'd get up in the morning and the sun was already up, and the sun was up when I went to bed, so I really had a hard time doing some flashlight stuff. Now, as part of full disclosure, Brynite is also sending me a hunting light. They have, like, I think they've got 2 different models. One of them you can put the pressure switch on, and the one that they're sending me actually has a wireless remote. I can't even remember if you can turn the light on by itself or if you can only do it from the remote, but I'm real interested in getting my hands on that one. I am impressed, Gunwild. I am impressed with the quality of this. The anodizing, it feels good in your hands, nice and smooth. It doesn't feel chunky, and they definitely do a great job on their kits, especially by sending them out in those plastic containers. Keeps everything all in one spot. There's enough room to add more batteries or something. Nothing pisses me off. Anyone in construction, nothing pisses me off more than when you buy a tool and if you take the tool out of there for the first time, it's now a competition to even get it back into it, and you've done nothing but take it out to look at it. Heaven forbid you should have blades or bits or any other thing you may want to have with said tool, because forget about it. You're not going to get it in the cases. They just don't plan for the real world. Harmarsh was first, and he says second. And Cobra points out that, yeah, you were actually first. Harmarsh, well, we know it goes down good. You drank quite a bit, almost half the glass. Yeah, it was almost kind of almost an acquired taste. Anytime I see something that, or I've reviewed stuff that are like raspberries or cherry or any of that, it's either a tart or it's an imperial stout, and you kind of know what to expect. This was a little bit different. I'd be real curious as to someone that's more hardcore Belgian style, like Jay Elite Ammunition, what he would have thought of that product. And because it's from Bell's, he should be able to get it. So, Cobra, I'm digging the E-Baby intros. Laugh out loud, the best. I've only got two of them, I think. Well, there's some. Yeah, I guess there's a few more. I'd have to go through. That's all stuff that Zeus did for me. The Reface app. Zeus, I haven't even gone over there to see what that entails. But if Smile Money can do it, it must be pretty easy. Harmarsh, Eric. I never saw any videos till about 6 p.m. today. I was gone all day. Well, good. Glad you got out of the house. Gunwild says, third commenter, bitches. Gunwild, love you, my friend. Harmarsh, hello, Miss Bomey. Did you have a great day? Well, yesterday she worked, but yeah, I think she did okay right now. She's upstairs doing the recording the Quickie series. Clyde, fourth whiskey and revolution. Exactly what does the revolution look like? A lot of us are just assuming that the revolution is going to be a bunch of radicalized, backwards fucks, sick and tired of an overreaching tyrannical government, and they're just going to go lock and load and just start killing people. Of course, the right people. Because a person trying to uphold our Constitution and get rid of a tyrannical government like the Democratic Party. I mean, please. I mean, if you're a Democrat and you actually aren't one of these dumb fucks that are in complete denial, and you're looking around going, this is honestly just wrong. Yeah, I want the Democratic Party to be back in charge, but not at the extent of freedom, not at the extent of taking away the will of the people. And again, I've actually had a chance to talk to a couple people that definitely lean towards libtard. I'm not 100% sure if they voted for Biden or if they voted for Trump. But when even someone who by nature votes Democrat just shakes their head and goes, this is fraud, this is stealing. Biden, there is no way that Biden and Camoto legitimately won. They didn't ever. I mean, there was the shit show for the first debate, and I'll give it that. I don't know. I think Trump got a hold of some bad information, and personally, I thought he blew the first debate. I mean, it is so easy just to keep handing Biden enough rope to hang himself, and Trump just couldn't help himself, and he just kept. But I wasn't one of these people that went, well, that was a deciding factor. No, fuck that. Trump 2020 all the way. The man runs again in 4 years because it looks like at this point in time, to me, I'm not giving up. I'm still Trump all the way. I hope there's something. But lately, just like the Hodge twins were talking about the other day, or yesterday, this is just a bunch of fucking bullshit. every time. It's like a ton of evidence comes out. Oh, it just doesn't. Nothing looked abnormal to me. Oh, really? They dismissed all of the vote counters to go home at like 2:30 in the morning, and then the ballot after ballot after ballot, boxes and boxes and boxes of them started getting pulled out, and they started running these through the machines. And oh yeah, that none of that looked. No, that. Oh shit, that didn't look suspicious to me either. I just hashtag Biden is not my president, and just like Christopher put on Facebook yesterday, if Facebook and YouTube and Google, you're going to say that people like me speaking out about a fraudulent election, and you want to stop us from speaking out, that just kind of looks even more like we're right, doesn't it? If we're just a bunch of kooks and there was no fraud, why would you give a shit? It's just a bunch of little flies on some shit, making noise and sniffing around. Who cares what they say? They're wrong. Oh, but when you're right, you want to stop it. You want to stop free speech. Boy, I tell you, it's looking more and more like socialism. You know, I really hope my one friend who did vote for Trump, but now just says that Trump's being an idiot, he just needs to concede, and what difference does it make anyway? It'll never be to the point where it affects me. Well, I disagree. I strongly disagree. I mean, look at how much better everything was when you have a brain, ear, and eyes, and you do the research for yourself and you didn't believe the bullshit from the media. What the Trump administration truly did. There is well over 100 and something things, but for me, the top of the list was what he did for the American economy, what he was doing for shutting down illegal immigration from Mexico. Illegal. I mean, I realize libtard Democrats, anyone that would have voted for Biden, you might have a hard time understanding. I mean, get yourself a dictionary, open it up, and look up what legal and illegal means. So now we have the possibility of just kissing everything that used to be sacred. You know, again. I hope that runoff in Georgia. Let's see. They already stole the presidential election, and now that they know all they have to do is fucking steal this one, and they are holding the golden keys. So why would I think that there'd be any fraud the second time around? Not to mention, the Republicans that won, if Georgia wasn't some backwards fucking bullshit election way they do their elections, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, because all of the Democrats combined didn't get as many votes as the Republican. So, but can't do anything about that. And then of course our justices, the where the buck stops here. I'm very disappointed, considering everybody kept going on and on. These are just Trump's people are just going to be shoo-ins for whatever he says they're going to do. Yeah, they're pussies. They're fucking pussies. According to their final decision, it's not up to the Supreme Court to decide about how voting is done in a particular state. If someone wants to challenge it, it needs to be someone inside of the state itself, part of the election. Blah blah blah. Again, if you have a half a brain and haven't seen what has gone down, along with the thousands of people coming forward talking about the fraud and willing to sign their name, knowing that, right now, if I had some video proof or whatever, or I witnessed something, I would probably want to make sure that some of my family members were on some kind of a super secret vacation somewhere. Or maybe they were being shadowed by someone like Clyde to make sure that they were safe. Because the deep state, if you're willing to steal an entire election away from the American people, what won't you do? Oh, sorry. Clyde. Sorry, Clyde. Yeah, I realize that I could reach for that Select Club apple whiskey, but it's not quite the same, Clyde, is it? Awesomeness. Zeus, laugh out loud. Woo. Let's start the show. Matt Davis, double shots for Matt. Well, he had his son today, but he is planning on being here tomorrow. Of course, somewhere in the show yesterday, he wanted to know if I was doing a review, so I don't know if he was just checking in or was planning on sneaking over, but yeah, that didn't happen. Clyde, I will be savoring this through the, I know, smile money, through the balance of the, oh, it just has this. McLean, I sometimes use the Snap-on catalog as a self-touch time material. I usually go Craftsman Pro for myself. McLean, Eric, pop quiz. 15 minutes with Mila Jovovich or 10,000 in cash? I'm sorry. I'm as much as I seem to be obsessed about her. And again, she doesn't even have the body type that I generally like. This is the body type. Wade, me and Wade, we agree on so many things. I like a real woman, and but there's just something that I've always liked about her. Probably more of her badassery and less of her body, but $10,000 in cash right now would solve so many problems financially for me. So I'd have to take the money. There wasn't even a moment where that was even of consideration. McLean, will a 223 work on hogs? Well, it was one of the guns listed on that website in the top 14 hog guns, and I'm telling you right now, I'd rather take a 5.56 than a Taurus 22 long rifled revolver. Just saying. So, again, kind of like what Matt was saying. If you are of a good shot, and you have a properly sighted in rifle, and you know that, and also some common sense. I wouldn't, there's a big difference. If I had a chance to shoot at an animal, and say maybe it was more about the necessity of I needed the food right then and there. Maybe you're on a trip up in Colorado and you're going to be there for a couple of weeks, and the treat would be to take an elk right now, and you've got your guide that's going to, cut it all up and make some dinner out of it right then and there. Yeah, I would definitely extend out my range for which I would feel comfortable taking that shot. With the JP, for instance, we were able to, 5 guys that have never told me they had never shot beyond 100 yards with a rifle, ever, did a cold bore shot with my JP and the Mosin at 550, and were able to hit, a man-size body silhouette target. So if it was about putting some food on the table and an animal was 550 yards out with the JP, hell yeah, I'd take that shot. Now if it was a deer and I had the 5.56, I don't know if I would take that shot beyond 300 yards. Not that I don't know about the accuracy, and that is the thing. You take like the White Label Armory or the 24-inch build, and they're looking like they're going to be kind of beastie, but it's still a small projectile, and there's a lot of loss of power as it gets out there more. Now, if it's up on Matt's dad's property, and you're looking at, I think it was impossible to even get a 100-yard shot because there's so much thick, small coverage and shit. And so when they come into the open area, they're like 75 yards or less. So that I wouldn't even hesitate, because any one of my rifles right now, you should be able to shoot through the eyeball socket without an issue. I would hope I could hand that rifle to just about anybody, and at 100 yards you could be shooting, Obama-sized coins without an issue. Tardisius, David Carradine played Kane in Kung Fu 1972-1975. Most notable guest was Harrison Ford. Bruce Lee should have played the main character, but certain Hollywood Democrats stole that role and gave it to Carradine. Bastards. And somehow, Tardisius, you got double tapped. Same comment. I'll heart you twice. Tardisius, I'm still watching Star Trek Continues. The Mirror Mirror episode was 95% as good as the original. I really liked that episode. That was awesome. Matt Davis says whiskey without the E. Now I realize I didn't guzzle a full shot or even when you're near it, but I am enjoying this, Matt. So okay, I'll tell you what, Matt. I'll throw you under the whiskey bus, and I'll just pick something that says it's still tasty and properly spelt. It's just not Scotch. It is ultra premium, though, according to the bottle. It's kind of like John Solar and his ultra rare Scotch. Oh, sorry. Got the lampshade right here. Actually, it smells like it's going to be really good. Again, it smells identical to a Jolly Rancher green apple candy. It just kind of has this funky aftertaste to it. Sure, ZF6. Only Thomas and Alito dissented. Kavanaugh, Gorsuch, and Barrett turned out to be real cowards. Yep. And again, it's getting really discouraging to see every single time we look like we have another possibility to overturn a stolen, fraudulent, deep state cabal run, just what they're doing to the American people. To think that you have to have power so badly that you don't care what the American people think or want. That truly, Shark, that truly makes them the most disgusting human beings that I could even imagine. I mean, the only thing that gets even more vile and more disgusting than that is the same government that has no problem taking human life. And you guys, look down deep inside your own heart and your own souls, seeing what the Democratic Party is turning into. Do you honestly, I mean, I can honestly say without any hesitation that the Democratic Party does not care about human life, and they would be willing to do anything to get and hold their power. Then you got your issues about world population and how they need to control the growth and minimize the amount of people on this planet. And then all of a sudden we got this vaccine going around that they want to inject so badly that they want to make it so that if you're not willing to get it, that they are going to make you the new bad guy. Like me, and the fact that I comply. I know I ain't Scotsman. I know you've got a much harder stance than this. I have places that I do wear the mask out of the respect for the small business, because it's not me that'll have a problem, it's them that'll have a problem. And the fact is that they can be in a big financial word of hurt, and yet when I've tested the waters, nobody has said anything to me. I've been to Superior Meats on multiple occasions. I walked right past the sign on the door that says, not only do you have to wear a mask, but you have to make sure it covers your nose. That is something I never do. It's a chin strap a lot of the times. But out of the respect, at least I have it for a few places, but a few more, like I was really hoping that little cockswaggler over at Super One Liquor was gonna, someone was gonna say something to me yesterday, but nobody said anything to me at all, because I'm not gonna stand here. I'm not gonna stand here like Matt and try to imply that I have some kind of a medical condition. I will not comply. The answer is no. I will not wear the mask. I just set $85 worth of alcohol down on your counter. Do you want me to be a customer? And do you want me to be a customer moving forward? Yes or no? You'll tend to laugh out loud, love the intro, hooah. And I can say hello, hey, thanks, or a little smiley face, and I'm going to say hey, thanks. So I got a thing from YouTube yesterday talking about how how many minutes, everything was broken down into minutes, how many minutes of view time you guys have given this channel in the last year, and it really honestly looked a lot bigger than I thought it would be. And then there was how many thumbs up. I mean, yeah, even though I have all the shit disabled, if you hit the thumbs up button, YouTube still credits it to a thumbs up. It just doesn't get out there, and it really has helped with the douchebag, the trolls, because they don't get anything out of hitting the thumbs down button. I mean, it's kind of like, ha ha, go fuck yourself. But when you hit the thumbs up button, YouTube still, like I said, every time you've done it in the last year, it tallied every single one of those in the email that they sent me. And then they also made something about comments back. Well, that's the one bad part about the way that I do it, is there was still something like, in a year, there was still something like 43 or 47,000 replies that I had, which that seems really, really high. But that's because I comment back to you guys. I reply to every single comment. Now, granted, when someone rolls in and it doesn't look like they know me or my channel, but they have some kind of a nice comment, and I will type out something and send it back to them, because it's highly unlikely that you left your comment on the last brew review and you're going to hear me say it on this one if you're just passing through. But this was a system, and I've continuously asked you guys, and nobody, and I mean nobody, not even the people that bitch about an hour-long brew review, want me to skip reading the comments. And I appreciate that. I enjoy this. This is an hour or so, 2 hours tops, when you factor in setting up, doing the review, editing it, and uploading it. So, anybody else having problems with Gunstreamer? According to John Solar, the reason that I can't upload anymore is they now want you to pay them. So, the only thing I can now do is import. I do not have the ability to upload any brew reviews to Gunstreamer. I thought maybe it was an issue with the browser, or maybe the length of the video, so I tried uploading the last Ibomi video on the T-Slong bore scope, and well, nope, wouldn't let me do that either. Then I probably have sealed my fate when I sent them the email about being sellouts, and the only way you can participate is to pay. Like John said, and I agree with John Solar, the writing's on the wall, and it won't be long until Gunstreamer is officially gone. Shark again? Agree with you and Travis. No way Biden won legitimately. If he did, I would accept it. No, I've said that. I completely agree with you. If, we didn't have this conversation during when Obama won both times. It kind of makes you wonder now, though, doesn't it? I personally think that this probably was in effect during the Obama ones too, but it was very obvious that they gave this for, if they didn't do it under Obama, they definitely did under Clinton, and they just simply miscalculated on how many people did not want her, and they wanted Donald Trump, because they wanted this country taken in the right direction. And that is why you will never convince me that the majority of American citizens weren't happy with what Trump was doing. You can say what you want. Case in point, my friend Greg, pisses me off about Trump and his fucking tweeting. Just can't shut his goddamn mouth. But voted for him. Would have never voted for Biden, quote unquote. So I think a lot of people out there, you're telling me that when you looked at your 401k, like when my mom and my sister were trying to have a conversation, and my sister's just finally like, I don't fucking get it. Someone who I've had the most respect for, used to consider my best friend, and right now she is a fucking political midget. Got so manipulated by the media. And she's like, my sister was like, under Obama, my 401k took a fucking shit. Under Trump, my 401k is more than doubled. She goes, I could not have voted for anybody but Trump. Between the fact that America finally fucking counted that those borders, were going to get sealed up so we could stop having all these illegals coming over here and taking our shit illegally. And again, everything that was wrong was finally going back in the wrong category, and everything that was right was being put in the right category. Unfortunately, there was still a lot of people that got rolled and manipulated by the media. People that should have known better. And again, I'm sorry, anybody standing out there thinking that some of the bullshit, like my own mother, oh, he's just for big business. Oh, God, you could not be so wrong. Oh, he doesn't care about the American people and this whole COVID thing. Now that Biden is anointed fucking supreme leader, things are going to be so much better. But Biden couldn't put a fucking Band-Aid on a cut on your finger without fucking it up. Have you heard of a little thing called warp speed? Really? You haven't heard of a little thing called warp speed? Huh. Shark! Christine sure does yell at you a lot. I know she's probably angry with me because of my Neanderthal-like comments on the other night. Sorry about that. I know she watches the brew reviews. She goes, nothing you do is gonna get by me, and yeah, no, she has fun with this. Shark, and I'm not, this is just between me and Shark. The rest of you can fuck off for a second. Yeah, remember when I told you what the safe word was? I don't need to use it because that is one of the most incredible women, and I could not be happier about my choice to marry. I wish I would have met her. Unfortunately, the path that we have to go down, that I had to go down, that led me to Christine, resulted in two. There was three, but the one was brainwashed. Two, 1.5. There's. It resulted in two wonderful children, and unfortunately, they just have to distance themselves from her, and whenever they have no contact with mommy, it's amazing how much better it all works out. And I, like Christine, didn't want to have to say anything. We knew that they would figure it out all on their own, because evil is what evil does. So, yeah, I don't have to use the safe word, Shark. Okay, the rest of you can come back and listen again. Just like me and Wade talk about all the time, we are both very lucky guys. Very lucky guys. Shark again? Never been a fan of the 5.7 by 28, mostly due to the lack of platforms that use it. Just saying. Yeah, no, I understand. It's kind of like me and my 10mm. When I started on YouTube, my very first video ever featured a 10mm, my EAA, my P-carry. In a way, I wish I would have never given up on that gun, mainly because of the sentimental value that Christine had picked it out for me. But it was just a shitty company. I don't know if they've changed. There's a lot more options now, and I'm also a little bit better. I'd smile money the fuck out of that thing, and I know what I know now. If I would have hung on to the P-carry, I could have made that thing reliably run both low-end factory bullshit 10mm and better stuff like Underwood and my brother's stuff, and anybody from EAA to stand here and go, we don't endorse plus P ammo. I don't know if I've ever in my life shot plus P 10mm. Period. I know I've shot plus P 357, and I think I've shot some plus P 38 special, and I've shot some plus P 9mm, but I've never even seen a box of plus P 10mm. EAA, you fucking idiots. All I was trying to do was to shoot ammo that was not even loaded to the original 10mm spec. Unlike your gun, which was basically made to put a 10mm bullet in it that was shooting 40 cal projectile powders worth. Yeah. But knowing what I know now, there's actually companies that, at the time, I was experimenting with 40 cal Wolf Springs. Now you can actually get 10mm stuff. I would have upped probably an 18, maybe an 18 or maybe a 20-pound 10mm Wolf Spring, and I would have put HD springs in the mags for it. And I'm almost positive I could have gotten the thing to run both ammos, one without it feeling like it was trying to tear itself apart, and the other one where the springs were so stiff that it wouldn't shoot factory stuff. It wouldn't cycle it right. But Shark, there's a lot more. I mean, you can now get an AR chambered in 5.7. Ruger has theirs. I don't know if they fixed it. You couldn't pay me. You couldn't pay me to spend a dime for the Ruger 5.7. When Jay pointed out, and of course he had one because he's an expert on 5.7. Yet when he says this is what's wrong with it, all of a sudden he gets jumped like he's like, you know, no, it wasn't a personal thing. It was like, this is stuff you need to know. If you took a Ruger 5.7 with a live round in the chamber and the safety lever was supposedly on and dropped it straight down onto the barrel, there's a good chance that the gun would fire because it does not or did not have a firing pin block on it. Smile money. Got it. No sub comments. Just make all comments as original. See, you're like fucking Christine. There's a fucking gray area, okay? Both Smile Money and Christine, you need to realize there's a fucking gray area. It's not just white and it's not just black. I made a comment saying Christine had dinner almost done, which coincidentally was more than almost done by the time I got upstairs, and there was a zillion fucking there was a lot of comments, Smile Money, and then on top of that, there was like, fuck, that one had what, 12 or 14 sub comments to the main comment? All I said is, I don't have time for all the sub comments right now. I didn't say I was never going to read a fucking sub comment again. Gray area, Smile Money. Smile Money. Then the 3 Supreme Court justices Trump appointed ruled that all those states didn't even have standings to have their cases even heard. Yeah, that was impressive. Smile Money. eBomi Research Service sounds like a career change. Matt can be your first employee. Why do your own research? Just call eBomi for all those alternative knowledge needs. Damn right, but we can't. Smile Money, we can't hire Matt. He might drop something. I don't even know how many comments are left. I just know I have one of these. Matt gave it to me to review, and if I drink it up too fast, then I got switched out to something else. And I already don't do well on a Saturday. I try to participate with Christine's show, and for the life of me, I know what it's called, Pay It Forward. I have no idea what the subject matter even, I mean, I know what Pay It Forward means. It's something that, you know, me and Christine and our group has worked tirelessly to do. And like I said the other day, I'm a little discouraged right now with everything going on in the world because I'm gonna need to grab something and build something fast or put something that I have a few extra pieces, but I do not have enough stuff right now to build another rifle. Something just to throw into Justin's Final Mission, just to keep the excitement and the traffic, the foot traffic going to the front door. But right now, that Faxon Firearms barrel, ooh, that is a beauty. That is a beauty. The barrel and that bull carrier, that's all I have. That is the only thing that I have been gifted so far. I know, my job is to always try to keep the excitement going, and this is a 20-inch heavy fluted Faxon match grade barrel chambered in 308, and this is absolutely beautiful. And this in the bolt carrier, this is the only damn thing that I have for Justin's next build. And it's not a secret. I told you what we were planning on doing. Christine wanted to make an ultra patriotic build. The plan is to build an AR-10 with all the go fast goodies. Not to sound like a dick, but I don't want any generic half-ass shit. Nothing against you, half-ass prepper. Just the words. High-end everything on this 308 build, which is why El Tenda, if you hear me say this, I don't know how much of the show that you listen to, I really wanted the full billet receiver set and as many goodies, the handguard for sure, billet receiver set, handguard from DRG Manufacturing, White Label Armory, and Crepe. I bet you I talked to Randy at White Label, what, 7 months ago now? About being a sponsor for Justin's Final Mission, and she told me that they were basically out of everything. And that's who I wanted to use the parts for to build the Bunkies 9mm. And still, I check on a near daily basis, and White Label has been sold out of everything. But that is who I would like to have a billet receiver set. I mean, if somebody can help out, and you know somebody that knows somebody, I mean, at a bare minimum, I'd be happy to talk to whomever and let them know that we work with Active Heroes to stop veteran suicide, because when Justin was taken from us by cancer, that we picked up the baton and we have been running with it ever since. We are their largest private fundraiser, and we're the second place isn't even close. The second place isn't even close to what we probably raised in the first fucking month that when we started all this. And this is what I have so far, after over a half a year of trying to come up with more parts. I see a lot of things for this. I would really like. I'd really like to make just a real badass looking rifle. A billet receiver set, the DRG Manufacturing handguard. I would really like the Luth AR. I'm thinking the Luth AR fixed stock. We could do the Luth AR adjustable stock like I have on my White Label Armory rifle. I mean, fuck, if it comes down to it, I'll pull mine off of it and stick it on the rifle, for God's sakes. But there's only so much that me and Christine can honestly do right now. But this is just a beautiful barrel. I mean, when you've got a company that has a contract with the U.S. government to build them badass, reliable stuff. Smile money. I now know 4 people that died from COVID-19 this year, and 1 who recovered after being on a ventilator. Sad stuff, Smile money. I know you like to bring me the numbers and stuff, but I'm telling you, the numbers do not relate to what has happened to our country. We have How about Smile Money? I could probably, without having to spend too much time getting the facts, how many small business owners have put a shotgun barrel in their mouth and pulled the trigger because their business was destroyed over the lies being presented about this? The survival rate is 99.986%. Yeah. It's not good when we lose a life. But unfortunately, people die every flu season, and we didn't destroy and end small businesses. The suicide rate, the divorce rate, and all of the stuff that are coming with it right now just don't equal the human loss. Doesn't mean it's not important, but it just doesn't equal that. I personally can tell you that everybody that I know that has had COVID have all recovered without a problem, and most of them said they'd rather have COVID than the flu that they had last year. Smile Money, damn boy, you're really heavy into the noisemakers tonight. Save them for New Year's Eve. Well, you're definitely going to get that today, because I cannot make any noise other than what comes out of my mouth. Wade, Supreme Court rejected the Texas lawsuit. Reasons being it's states' rights to control their election process. It's up to the people in those states to sue their state election process. Hope someone does. Because even you people in Pennsylvania and Georgia and Michigan and Wisconsin and what else am I missing? Arizona, if the majority of you voted for Trump and you had the election stolen from you. So maybe it's time to put on the big boy panties and for there to be a massive lawsuits. I mean, I'd rather you people spoke up and we were able to make sure that the right person, Trump, the person that was duly elected to be our president, was put into place, as opposed to we start grabbing firearms and removing the corrupt politicians. I mean, I'm all for that too, because they're just going to do it again in 2 years, 4 years, every single time a Senate seat, whatever. I mean, they now know they can do it. They now know that it's so easy to buffalo the American people, and there's so many sheep out there, and they've got right up to the Supreme Court on their side. I'm not saying that the Supreme Court didn't function inside of where they needed to be, but when we've got these libtard justices that are just fucking making shit up to suit their feelings, then maybe the people that are supposed to be there for us, for the Constitution, for the American people, maybe they should have maybe wiggled just a little bit and said, whoa, 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 yes, we're with you, Texas, and all the other 18 states. Joey Cuz, why does the intro into this video sound like every intro to Locked and Loaded? Okay, you gotta poop. Definitely a Locked and Loaded intro. Joey, work sucks, but making money before they lock us down again. Joey, don't forget to stretch. Oh God, still a lot. Blue Healer, 2 thumbs up. Thank you. Rich Huff, cheers all. Cheers, Rich. Steven, congrats to Smile Money for winning my giveaway of the Brightnight M18 solid copper flashlight. Congratulations, Smile Money. Steven again, Zeus. Last I saw, Oklahoma did join the lawsuit posted 2 to 3 days ago. Steve, 50 minutes. I don't know how you spell his name, but he seems like a Nazi Chuck. Jorn, that's who you're talking about. Blue Healer 260. Missouri is a pretty good state. Yes, sir, I have been there. We were staying in Illinois, and we had to commute to Missouri for our Missouri Shoot-a-Palooza. And even the state troopers, you get pulled over for going well over the speed limit, start talking about guns and shit, and they're like, "You have a good day." See, Missouri has been on the list for me and Christine. The problem is, the only reason for us to move from Minnesota to Missouri is a fraction of a change in weather. I mean, granted, I'm sure once we were there, I'd be like going, holy shit, this is a lot better. You didn't have to, I didn't have to shovel 4 to 8 feet of snow this year, but they are definitely more Second Amendment friendly. Blue Healer, pepperoni and pineapple. I'll give it a try. I would like to hear what you thought about that. Sharky, the 24-inch with the Beta Mag. Nice. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. There's my deep state voting machine. EMT Railfan, I'm still watching. Travis, hashtag Biden is not my president. Mr. 27, is Belgian style similar to a Pilsner? Not at all. A Pilsner is going to be more, it's going to be a Budweiser, Busch, Miller, that kind of a scenario. A Belgian style is going to be more peppery, and you're going to get, some may say kind of almost like a gum like a little bit like a gum flavor, but no, they could not be more opposites. I mean, we are talking about they're not close at all. I mean, I personally would rather sit back on a Friday, Saturday night and watch a good movie hanging out with friends or whatever, and drinking Pilsners. I've never been a gigantic fan of the Belgian style beers just because of that Belgian like experience. Hey, Mr. 27, just go down to your liquor store and find, if you got the ability to buy one and you don't have to buy a 4-pack or a 6-pack, give it a try. Some people, like, say, J Elite Ammunition, absolutely love the Belgian styles. Me, not so much. There's a few that I really enjoy, but overall, it's not my cup of tea. Market Zero. I wonder what Scott would say about the current events. God, I miss that man. Hashtag Biden is not my president. I almost wish that every single time someone leaves a comment on any one of my videos, or any video that you leave, I'm starting to do that on everybody's video. Hashtag Biden is not my president. And I know I have it in the description of all my videos now, because he's not. He wasn't. He's never been. He never got close. It's not even a debatable thing. Yet, there's so much fraud, so much deep state, so many pussies that, it's looking like it's going to be a rough 4 years. But I'm hoping that the smart people will see what happens when someone tries to implement socialism, and enough people will truly understand that that's not what American values are. That's not what we were ever about. That is what we escaped from to make this great country. At a bare minimum, I hope it divides us completely. And they can go over there and they can fuck up their world all on their own. And we'll start by taking and kicking all of the libtards out of Texas, and like Texas and Oklahoma, and kind of right down in that area, and we'll just call it the patriotic America. I can guarantee you, I would bet whatever you wanted to, that if you could give the Democratic Party their own country and let them run it the way that they want to, it would fail. The only debate would be how long it would take. And I really don't think it'd take all that long, because they're good at fighting against the Republicans, staying united. They're great at that. But when it's just them, oh my God, that is zombies. Zombies in a big pile of flesh seem tame compared to the way the Democrats go at each other when there isn't a Republican to shine the light on. Brad, mags are always loaded and ready. Start stretching. Brandon, bearded CB, shots went that bad. Not like we said vodka or rum. Brandon, oh, and the top 50 biatches. Brandon, Dogfish Head 120. Can't wait to find more around here. Yeah, as much as I like to get a hold of it every single year, it really sucks that it's $41.95 for a 4-pack. Brandon, ooh, that's a hell of a dirty pic to send to John. Yikes. He never did respond, by the way, to that. Brandon, oh, and we need more than 100 comments again. No, we don't. Brandon, Wyoming, thinks is the best Second Amendment state. Right to own, right to carry, wide open spaces. Yeah, Wyoming, yeah, I don't have an argument with that. The problem is Wyoming, Montana, those places, we're all getting right back up into a climate that I'm trying to escape from. But then again, if I could, get my finances going right, maybe find something different that isn't destroying my body, or win the lottery, it really doesn't matter where I live. Hey, I could get 20 feet of fucking snow. If I was worth $186 million, I wouldn't be the one out in the driveway shoveling. Brandon, I don't want karma to catch up to Biden too quick. I want it to hit camel toe first. I'm okay with that. I would, if it was a pay-per-view thing, I would pay real money to watch that bitch pounded into the fucking earth. I love that warming feeling. Brandon, okay, time to go to the gym for a bit. Be back laters, maybe. And out of nowhere, we come up to Gunwild with the last 2 comments. Gunwild, that was genius. I bet John loved that picture. Yeah, he ignored me. Maybe I should keep sending it to him until I get a response. Gunwild, I get that warranty call all the time. If they want to extend the warranty on a 1996 F-150, go right ahead and look it up. I can tell you, Gunwild, when you throw out a vehicle like that, well, like that one time, I said, okay, let's do this. Well, what's your vehicle? It's a 1959 Volkswagen Beetle. Well, what's your other vehicle? I don't have another vehicle. Besides that, you're the one calling me. You keep telling me I need to redo my warranty. Don't you know what I have? Hello? Yeah, I've already told them that I had a vehicle so old that again, if you want to extend the warranty on my 212,000 miles on it, 2006 Dodge Hemi, Longhorn edition. Yeah. Do you know that there's 16 spark plugs? Sam says you're not going to be happy when I do a full tune-up on that for you. Who can it be knocking on my phone? I'm getting kind of hungry and hold on. This is really important shit. It's McLean. Oh, Hazman. Hazman, you're into Rasputin. You know, I'm not into Russian Imperial Stouts really don't get my shit going, but Rasputin is not bad. Hang on, we gotta send a rebuttal picture back to the Hazmanian. Here, I'd feel better letting them know that I am properly drinking. Hang on, I gotta wipe the jizz off the phone. Do 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 do. See if that even sends. Okay. Now, Gunwild, I'm on catch-up with this. This is Bell's. I'm not sure if Ed would like this, though. Then again, I didn't think Ed would like Two-Hearted Ale. Ed would like this. I'm just going to bring this to the big show. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of you, 6 of you, 7 of you in the club. Gunwild, an hour ago. So this may be just a comment from him. We are not a democracy. We are a constitutional republic. Absolutely. Is that Hazman or is that McLean? Hang on. McLean, you are the reason that I am ignoring everybody else right now. That's okay. Oops. Oops. You know, it kind of makes me actually want to try Duracoating the first time myself. I've had this one for a long time, but there's a side of me that really does not want to does not want to make this a raffled part. As is, the last time I had a very special one sent to me, I got bamboozled by a couple of friends and gave it away. It got built into a rifle. That's very cool. And the person that has it, a true brother of mine, if the world turns upside down, he'd probably be one of the closest people for a rendezvous point. And it's almost starting to look like that. If things happen the way that some of the back chat and Clyde, maybe I don't know what you hear, but the next 4 months could be a real doozy. Like find like-minded thinkers and start making plans, kind of stuff. Mike, cheers all. Cheers, Mike. Cheers, Trump train whistle. Hey, yeah, I'm sorry. I could just make it so it actually sounded loud for you guys. And Mike, I'm waiting for the video. I know you got your hands on something fucking badass. Mike again, I haven't had anything from Select Club, but I haven't found that in my area. Yeah, I was actually surprised that we ran across it over, actually Christine found it over at Super One Butt Lickers. Mike again, yes. Hello, Christine. Armarsh, Two Hearted Ale Club, Sunny Slopes of Longo, hashtag Be Like Ed, hashtag Mr. Holster, hashtag Justin's Final Mission, cheers, clubbers. And I can give them a thumbs up, rock on, or love it. I'm going to say rock on. My God, they just keep rolling in. Gunwild, to the Sunny Slopes of Long Go. Cheers, Two-Hearted Ed Clubbers. Hashtag Biden is not my president. Hashtag liberalism is a mental disorder. Beautiful. Beautiful. Clyde. Ho, 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 clubbers. Clyde, remember you want to be a big-time celebrity, you got to read and answer all the sub-comments. I didn't have time yesterday. I didn't have time. Did you not hear her when she came down? I did not have time. I mean, who else? Who else in YouTube reads the comments? Come on. Most of these fucking pieces of shit. Clyde, you're talking about big timers? The big timers don't even respond back to you. Hell, pieces of shit like, I don't even remember his name anymore, because I fucking care less. Hickdick45. He wouldn't even respond to any of us. A whole bunch of us went over and tried to see if he would help out Justin's Final Mission. Cue the crickets. Go fuck yourself, Hickdick45. Fucking cunt. Few of you actually had the opportunity to meet him at SHOT Show, and he said, and I quote, "Get the fuck away from me." Really? That is a true gun community person. Sharky, clubbing. Sharky. Rich, cheers, clubbers. Cheers, Rich. Joey, here from Santa's Village again. Joey, oh, and in regards to our conversation earlier, Santa said you can come use the ball on his hat as a ball gag. Okay, I'm all for that. I'm gonna hit the refresh button and try to steal it away from Joey, because where's Cobra? Oh, Joey stands. Joey stands. And we haven't talked about this. Kind of already screwed things up. Lampshade Party Ale. I mean, a party ale. It's a double India Pale Ale. Brewed and bottled by Bell's Brewing Company Incorporated, Cum Spot, Michigan, 9%. It's not bad. Again, as it's warming up, it's actually not getting disgusting. Overall, I think I'd give it a 9. You know, thanks, Matt, for bringing one over. Tomorrow with Matt, I'm not 100% sure. Do I want to share Dogfish Head 120 with Matt? Oh, and then I also have oh, really? Yeah. Good. Yeah, I believe we drank up all the aged stuff, so we're just gonna be looking at Dogfish Head 120 probably, unless Matt shows up with something. Plus, I got some stuff in there from him already that keeps getting moved down the line, but maybe Dogfish Head 120 fresh, and that's one for him, one for me, and the other two will go in the waiting area. Put a date on it. We'll take a look at that in a year. And stealing it from Joey, stealing it from Joey, stealing it from Joey. No. Frickin' Joey. Okay, guys. Cheers. I am going to... I'm going to continue to enjoy that. And we will see you guys tomorrow.